This is Eyewitness News, the news leader, with Phil Lipoff and Michelle Charlesworth, Jessica Taft with sports, and Jeff Smith with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News, Saturday morning.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News on this Saturday morning, jewelry tips. We're going to hear which styles of jewelry best match certain body types, big, small, long, short, the whole thing.
Meteorologist Jeff Smith.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News on this Saturday morning, finding the perfect accessories. We're joined by a local jewelry expert with the types of jewelry that best fit our body shapes.
This is going to be a fun segment. Before we go to break, a look at today's... The right accessories can go a long way in enhancing your appearance, but are you wearing the right jewelry for your shape? Joining us this morning with tips is Michelle Maddock, founder of SheFinds.com. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Sure.
This is great. Not only do you want to match it to your outfit, but also you've got to really consider some other things like the shape of your face.
Right.
Okay.
It's all about the optical illusion.
Okay, well, let's see what you have in store for us. How can this really help when you're picking out jewelry?
Okay, well, you probably have more of an oval face, so these are great for you. Can wear these great dangling earrings.
Big, long danglies.
Yes, and these are actually from a store called Zul.com, S-Z-U-L.com, and they specialize in New York designers. These are from Tracy Matthews, who's New York based.
So oval face, kind of anything goes.
Yes.
In terms
you're
of jewelry.
Lucky, you know, so you can wear pretty much anything.
What if you have a different shaped face other than oval?
Right. So if you have a square face, it's all about balance, right? So we have these from b2cjewels.com.
Okay.
They are, you can see there's a round pearl there, and so it balances out your square
So you want to go a little
jawline.
bit more circular.
Right.
And maybe
circular
a little
silhouette.
Okay, something a little bit more feminine, a little bit more dainty to kind of offset the squareness of your face.
Exactly.
Okay, our next face type would be?
Round.
Round.
So if you're very round-faced, again, you want to offset and pull it down.
Okay.
So you go for something that's a little dangly and narrow.
Narrow. So the long, kind of the straighter earrings like you have here is going to help.
These are citrine, and they're also from B2C Jewels.
Okay. And now also, we're talking about face shape, also even like your fingers, the shapes of your fingers. If you have, you know, chunkier hands or long hands, it really makes a difference.
Right. It's all about proportion. Right, so if you have long, thin fingers like you,
I kind of have the longer, thinner
fingers. You can wear a thicker, kind of these cocktail rings are very hot right now. This is from RossSimons.com.
Okay.
And you know, you can wear it's a very pretty and big ring that you can have that offsets your long fingers.
And all I can think is, boy, I really need a manicure. But look at that, it's a nice chunky ring. Now, when you take this little delicate ring here, it does tend to get a little lost.
Right, so if you have shorter fingers, it's all about proportion. So you want to wear a smaller ring that'll make your fingers look longer.
Okay, so I should tell my husband that my wedding band actually needs to be much thicker.
Right, and that's a real diamond and sapphire ring.
That is gorgeous.
Jewels.
So if you have larger hands, you want to go with that little dainty ring to kind of offset it.
Right.
Okay. And what's next? We're going to talk about our figure. So we're thinking face, we're thinking hands, and now we're thinking the whole body now for jewelry.
The whole thing is not to get overwhelmed by your jewelry. So if you are petite or very thin, you need to stick with chains, but you can have fun with them by getting a great pendant. This is another New York designer. It's this Capepio.
That's very pretty.
They're based in Nolita, but they sell them on Zul.com. And so you can wear something like this, and something long if you're petite will elongate your length.
So I would think also length would help you if you're curvier too. But if you're curvy, you said we kind of want to avoid those little dainty necklaces.
Right. So if you're curvy, you can wear something with a little more heft, with a little, you know, more a statement necklace, which is going to be very big for fall. And this is a agate and turquoise necklace, chunky, from RossSimons.com.
Now the chunky stuff is really big right now. If you're petite, do you want to avoid the bigger stuff? Is it going to overwhelm you?
You don't want the jewelry to wear you. Right. Right? So if you're petite and you're very small, then you don't want to be wearing something enormous.
Right. Like this actually isn't too enormous.
Right.
I mean, you might be able to get away with that, but anything bigger than that.
Right.
With big, you know, medallions on top of it.
Where on the scale you are. You might want to wear a chain with a bigger pendant.
Right. Okay. All great tips. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thanks for your help. We put all these tips and a link to SheFinds.com on our website, 7online.com. Just click on the See It on TV link on the upper right side of the page, and you will see weekend morning interviews and tips. That's all you need to know. We'll be right back with a look at this morning's top stories.